Hello, collective, and welcome to an energies update. So we're still in the Mercury retrograde, and Venus just went retrograde on the 25th, which was 2 days ago. So now we have 2 planets in retrograde, and then we still have Jupiter in Pisces. So lots of stuff going on energetically. I don't know if you're feeling it, but lots of craziness, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to look into the energy today for a general reading for all of us in the energy that we share together, no matter what sign you are. We're going to look at the big overall energies that we're all being faced with. Remember that this is a general reading and will not resonate with every single person, but stick around because there might be something in it you need to hear. If it doesn't resonate with you, remember the energies can be reversed, so assign the roles you please. Also, I'll be doing the monthly February readings coming out really soon. Those will be probably really short because I'm getting ready to go on vacation, and I need to get those out quickly, and I also have another big project that I'm working on as well, so that's what's been taking me a minute to get on. But we'll get those out, at least so that you have something, and then when I come back, we'll do some more readings. But remember, if it doesn't resonate with you, you can check out the individual signs that you have. Your sun, moon, and rising signs are always best to look at. And just remember that this is timeless, so it doesn't matter when you're brought to this channel to reading. There's something in it for you. You can always get a personal reading as well. You can look down in the description box. There's my website where you can get a personal reading from me. It tells you how I do it and all of that stuff. Also, if you're wanting to know about the last video that I did, it is right here on the screen, and I always have suggested videos at the end. If you like this reading or entertain in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing some really cool spreads when I get back in February, so I'm really excited about that. So we'll take a look at those. I've learned some new stuff, and I really want to dive into it. So we'll be doing some really fun stuff when I get back. I want to thank the people who've already subscribed. If you're new here, I want to thank you for coming, and I want to thank the people who've donated. And if you have not yet subscribed and you'd like to, then take a second to do so. And I really appreciate everybody waiting. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know as we get closer to the months, but remember, I'm going to be starting school, so I'm only going to probably be able to do videos about twice a month. Every now and then, maybe an energy update, and there'll be shorter videos like they've been. So hope that you've been enjoying those and that they've been helpful to you in your life. All right, so here we're going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ooh, this is going to be a good reading. It already made me smile before I started saying anything. All right. So let's see where we're at. And I got these brand new cards right here. I went to a shop and they had some really cool cards. A shop that I'm going to be a guest reader at when she can't be there. So she just interviewed me and she's like, all right, cool. So I'll be a guest reader at a shop downtown. But I want to pull these because they're really pretty. I like the other set, so I don't have these in the description box down below. I think I have this other moon set, but look at, they go together right here. So that's the original one that I got, and then this is the other by the same person. It's just another set. These are really pretty. Okay, well, okay, we have some interesting stuff. I like these new cards. So let's look at the overall energy is there are some choices being made. Look at all this juggling of a decision of whether or not to bring this cup of love, like, or not, whether or not to share. So this isn't an actual love reading, but it might go that way. So if you're not interested in love, this may or may not be your reading, because it looks like that's the card that came out. Okay, so it looks like multiple choices. So somebody trying to make some choices here. Interesting. Somebody's trying to see through the illusions. We are in the retrograde, so people can feel disillusioned for sure. They want to make sure that the choices that they're making are logical choices and not choices that they want to make sure that they can see through all the BS. So lots of things may be going on in your life or someone else's life that could be coming towards you where maybe they were disillusioned about some things and they would just want to be like smart about what they're doing, right? And but they're juggling many priorities because they really have a lot of love for someone or something. So there's a lot of juggling going on and deciding what they want to do. And maybe they even have to like overcome some commitments in order to come in the direction of where they want to share this love with this person. Maybe they're trying to go towards an ideal partner. That can be a career partner or an actual relationship, like an intimate partner. But yeah, they really want to just follow their heart and follow their dreams, and they feel like they've got to make decisions to do that. And I just did a personal reading for someone, and I can kind of see how that's playing out in that person's life. Like that person has to make some decisions before they move forward. What do they want? And that's the decision through manifestation. So she's working with the universe right now to bring some of the things that she wants. And the universe is like, yeah, the time is right, but you got to decide what it is that you want. So that could be the energy as well, that you have to actually sit and decide. So for me, I totally agree with that because I haven't made any of my New Year's resolutions. Like I think in December I may have written some things down, but normally I really dive into January and I'm like, I make like vision boards and I really kind of decide like what's my year going to look like. And the only thing I've really decided about this year is that I want my life to balance out. I want it to be more grounded and more balanced, you know? So the energy that we're feeling is a lot of us are feeling like just moving forward towards I'm hearing two different scenarios. Some of you guys are moving towards a person that you see as being very talented. And some of us are moving in a new direction where our talents will shine. So two different things I'm hearing because I'm reading for a large population of people. Anybody could watch this video, anybody who comes. So I got to make sure that I read it in that way. So yeah, it's like going towards someone that you just see as shining, or you are going to move in a direction where you will shine more, like becoming more, I don't know, bright, I guess. And that's true because I'm like thinking of another person I was reading for, and that person, they're working with their limiting beliefs so they can shine brighter because they just feel so dim, right? Okay, anyway, moving on. The energy that's moving towards us is someone that is in an impasse. That could be you or someone else making a tough decision, weighing the options in their life about the things that they've avoided, things that they've had indecisiveness about, confusion about, maybe even information overload about. They're ready to relax into that and rest, and really they're ready to recoup their energy around this situation. I want to dive into that just one more time and see if there's something else I can get about that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it has to do with bringing some sort of truth, seeing the bigger picture, being ambitious about something. It could be about business because she's a card of business, but it also is about someone determined to take a risk. Somebody who sees like the bigger picture, they feel very wise and that they've been very strong in adversity. So it is about moving forward with ambition. So don't let this card of rest kind of like throw you off. That's just basically saying that they're ready to let bygones be bygones and put the swords down. Like they're not going to come at the conversation with swords up. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know what? We're going to put these swords down. Like, we're going to put my guns down, and I'm going to come not fully loaded. You know what I mean? I'm going to come, at peace, with peace. So that's pretty cool. All right. So the energy that is hidden that you can't see is that we're still in the retrograde of introspection. But it is divinely guided. So the energy that you're not seeing is that it's either you or someone else is working with their intuition, is listening to their intuition so that they can move forward. And they're trusting at this time because that star is a card of trust. I mean, when it's the Star of David, right? So when the wise men were following the Star of David to find Jesus, they had to trust that that star was taking them in the right space, taking them to the right place. There you go. There's the words. So it's about this person having hope and faith. And faith in the renewal, faith in their purpose. Where they distrusted themselves before or they felt disconnected, that's not the case anymore, because now they're following the intuition. So either you're following your intuition or somebody's following their intuition to come towards you. The obstacle in the way is that there's a lot of truth that has not been spoken. And I think that might make somebody kind of be up in their head a lot and be like, well, should I tell all the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God. You know what I mean? Or is it the other thing? Oh, yeah, the other thing is that it's a soul contract, that somebody has been working really hard on something, and they're ready to come forward with the truth. These are all the swords of truth. These are like a gazillion Archangel Michael swords of truth. You know what I mean? Like, here's truth and here's truth. I just want to lay it all out, like right here. I just want to lay all the swords out. I just want to be done. You know, I'm taking them with me, right? And then, like, I'm ready to bring it. I'm bringing this truth to someone, and it's a lot of truth. It's a ton of truth. And maybe they only give you one sword at a time, but the intention is to spill the beans. The intention is to eventually come clean and work on the feelings of betrayal, deception. Maybe they got away with something, or maybe they feel like they did. Their imposter syndrome. It could be about self-deceit, or just straight up keeping secrets. Like, they just kept some secrets from you and they don't want to keep any more secrets, because the truth is where love is. The truth is how you build relationships. The truth is like beautiful. Even the worst truth, just to let it come out and have the energy in this dimensional reality, it does something to it. It like dissipates the strength and the power that it has over you. If you can actually just speak your truth, just say what it is, then that actually like clears the air. And then that burden that you feel that you've been holding on to forever just kind of just goes away. You know, it's really interesting how just speaking your truth just gives you so much more power. And it's like, sometimes it's the most scariest stuff to do. Like, my husband, he got on Facebook and used it as an avenue to speak his truth about abuse that he dealt with growing up, and some neglect and some abuse and some physical abuse and all of this stuff that he finally he was tired of holding on to it, and tired of feeling like he had imposter syndrome, or tired of feeling like he had to hide from people or couldn't connect with people, or, you know, the social anxiety was around all of those feelings. And he finally just let it all out, you know, and now that it's out, it doesn't have power over him the way that it did for so many years. You know, and as we're healing together and learning about healing and learning about how to heal the inner child, it's like through those years, I think it's been like since 2010 is when we started the journey, but not the inner child journey. It was more the journey of healing the adult, because at that point we were just like really low. So then as we healed the adult, we got into understanding about healing the inner child. And then as he started to heal some aspects of his life, he started to be truthful about some things that he thought that I would be super shocked about, and I was never really shocked. I was like, oh yeah, that, you know, that's crazy, but it's like, you know, the power, it was, I guess what I'm trying to explain is like, what he felt inside about it was so heavy that when he finally told another set of ears, it was like, it didn't feel as heavy anymore. And like, he thought that I would be like, oh my gosh. And I was like, wow, that's really crappy. It was like a different energy. It wasn't as big as he thought it was going to be. And he goes, oh my gosh, it feels so good. Like just speaking like my truth and just saying it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, and I tell my kids that, like, if you just tell me the truth, I'm not going to be as mad. Like, just tell me the truth. I'm going to be mad more that you didn't tell me the truth and I found out from someone else, opposed to if you just come to me and tell me the truth. I'm going to think that's courageous. I'm going to know how scary that is. It's super scary to tell the truth. That's what I tell my kids, right? And it's true. Like, I tell adults that it's super scary to tell somebody the truth. But it's heavier on your inside of your body if you don't. Like, I want them to feel the reprieve of just telling the truth. So I tell them, like, no matter how bad it is, if you just tell me, hey, Mom, I'm really afraid to tell you this, but I want to tell you the truth, then I'm gonna prepare myself and be like, okay, don't freak out. You know what I mean? Don't flip out. Don't show them what you might feel, because that's your perception, right? It's my perception. I get to take responsibility for my own feelings. Don't put it on another person. Like, that's how I feel about it, you know? Anyway, so yeah, so it's helped my children become more honest, because they know that even though it's really scary, that it's to get it out is better. It's better than holding it inside and have it eat you alive, right? Okay, that's my rant about telling the truth. Anyway, moving on. That's one of my life issues, is truthfulness. Like, it's like the number one reason why I felt like my mother didn't love me is because she lied all the time. She lied. I would watch her lie to people, and then she would lie to me. And I'm like, that was one of my definitions of love, is truth. So if you can't tell me the truth, you don't love me. So I would say my mom doesn't love me, and my belief system would believe my mom doesn't love me because she can't tell me the truth. And if I would see like a boyfriend or a friend or someone like that to not tell me the truth, or if I assume that they didn't tell me the truth, I would be like, that person doesn't love me because they don't tell me the truth. So anyway, the thing that is helping you out right now, that is supporting you, is this sometimes looks like it looks like a not so good card, because he looks like he's got this funny image on his face, but it's really not the way that it is. It's actually your perseverance, your resilience, your grit, all of those things. Like, even in exhaustion and fatigue, you still kind of persevere and move through, and that will bring you your happiness. Okay, the fact that this puts you in a really good place. Like, perseverance and grit are such great qualities for a person to have. The fact that you don't give up, the fact that you stand your ground, you protect yourself when you need to, you don't like share every single thing with everyone. You know, it's not about keeping secrets, it's about deciding who you're going to share your peace with, or who you're going to, you know, if you tell everybody everything, then the special people in your life don't feel special, right? But if you tell someone something that you've never told anyone, and that person goes, oh my gosh, you trust me enough to tell me this, you must love me. And that's beautiful. Okay, so the last thing is, the overall outcome is that through this experience, you're going to have the authority over your own life. You're going to have the control that you're looking for, the willpower. This is a very strong energy of self-assurance. It is about structure and being able to have the structure and the domination in your life that you want, that you like, that you're looking for. And that is coupled with the World card. And the World card is meaning that it's like the seal of approval. Like, I agree of this message. It's like the universe saying, I agree with what you're telling these people, you know? So the World is the completion of a cycle, a beginning of a new cycle. It is about accomplishment. It could be about negotiation if you are talking to people about negotiating stuff, and is about seeking any kind of personal closures and those types of things without taking shortcuts and without doing delays. So the two cards of advice that we have moving into February. So this isn't actually February reading. I'm going to have to do that when I come back in February. So it'll be late, but it will be it'll be in February. Okay, so it's about be humble and think through things, but don't get too stuck in your head, because sometimes when we start thinking through things, we actually get way stuck. I just want to see if there is any other messages that the universe wants to give us before I let you go. I have several friends who've been texting me and calling me this morning, so I need to reach out to my friends and see how they're doing, because they're still in the retrograde. It does not over until February 4th, and we'll be in the shadow period until March. And Venus is retrograde in Capricorn, for those of you who are wanting to know about that. So we do have positive movement forward. Regarding some kind of emotional loss that we've endured in our life. It's surrounding that kind of situation, but we do have some fulfillment of wishes coming in and rejoicing and celebration, which will help our self-esteem. Or I'm sorry, no, it's about passion. Sacral chakra is about passion. So this could be passionate for some of you guys who want love. I should do a twin flame reading. That person is making movement and choices and decision to come your way because they realize that you are their foundation to achievement. Wow. Okay, so for those of you who didn't get a love message, there you go. And February is a month of love, so I like to pull a lot of love cards, but I am starting school, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do that. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I love, love, love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.